This is Afras, and this is my documentary on the upcoming of the Irish underground scene. So happy to finally get this done. I thank everyone who's helped me along the way. About 4 months of research have gone into this video, countless hours editing, but it was all worth it. Now this is my first attempt on a video this big, so cut me some slack, but I think I've got this down to as good as I can get it for now. This is only the start of what I'm going to be posting. I'm also going to be breaking this down into a more in-depth 32-part, 32-county series with more artists, more in-depth catalogues, live reviews, etc. A lot of big plans coming, so make sure you subscribe and keep an eye out for new videos. Let's get into it. The first county we'll be going over is Cork. We have 5 artists from Cork to go over, and the first artist we'll be going over is AT09.
Whip it like a taxi, nobody can match me. Flexing like an athlete, running like a track meet, nobody can catch me.
Now he's after dropping his first album August 20th, just 2 weeks ago. Now it's only 15 minutes in length, so it's more of an EP than an album, but don't let that fool you. Multiple great tracks on this album, with a personal favourite of mine, Taxi. He's also only after releasing his new single called Laughing to the Bank. With over 3,500 monthly listeners, he's a strong staple on the Cork underground scene at the moment. Now secondly, we have Betty Minaj, who's also uploaded an EP recently, back in July. He's also released a single on August 21st called The Re-Up. Once you hear that Balloon Boy sample, you know it's Betty Minaj. Now next up we have Trainer, a very different artist than the first 2 we've previewed, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Trainer's music relies a lot more on content matter and subject. Now with his biggest song Memories, more focused on rhyme schemes and the technical aspects of his lyrics he's talking about. Now with only 20 monthly listeners, don't let that deter you away from Trainer's music. There's a lot more than meets the eye here when you look into his discography.
It doesn't work on Instagram cause there's 1,000 hers. Life's a movie where we never see the trailer first, and if we did we'd only see the good and never see the worst.
Next we have ND the Second. Now ND the Second has taken the Irish scene by storm. On social media such as TikTok and Instagram, you're going to see him posted everywhere. From his catchy hooks to his entertaining posts, it's hard for these songs not to get stuck in your head all day. I can't tell you how many times I've walked around my house and just said, big speakers.
Big speakers, beat make my head hurt. Birdie, you a big Joe, you a jester.
Now the next artist we have is Seas. Now Seas is more of a melodic artist than what we've heard from Cork so far, and he seems to be posting consistently, so it's only a matter of time before he gets his break. Next up, in Belfast, we have Jigsaw. Has over 25 different releases. He's releasing every week or two, so there's a plethora of options you can listen to. With my personal favourite being Matt Black featuring OMAX.
New bag, no receipt. Sex all week, no sleep. Big bag.
Next up, we have Kerry. Also only one response, we have Jack Lanigan. Now coming up to 1,500 monthly listeners, with one of my personal favourites out of every artist I've heard actually. We have Don't Understand.
In a fucking recession, I just switch it up now, I be fucking our best friend. We been running a session, run up on me, it's your jaw, we testing, yeah. I ain't even fucking with half of these rappers, I don't even come around mentioning, yeah. Don't even come around mentioning, yeah. Don't even come around mentioning, yeah. Think I'm a line, way too competitive, I swear I'm trying killing, yeah.
It seems like there's a slight bit of Baby Keem influence in his music. Not necessarily a bad thing. Focusing more on the lyrical side of music instead of the melodic side of music, but he does do both of them well. Now for the next county, we have Nos. What? That's not a county. Next up, we have Tyrone. Again, also only one artist here, but the artist is Nos, so don't be sleeping. With over 2 years of music under his belt, he's still experimenting heavily with his music that he's releasing. Now my personal favourite, we have Speak. The production on these songs are nuts, and he just flows like butter on these. One of my personal favourites to listen to anyways. Next we move over to Kilkenny. Again, we only have one artist here, and it's Leyland. Now he's experimented with multiple different genres of beats, like just listen to how he's flowing here on Frozen.
I sound fleet, niggas be thinking I'm frozen, rug I'm Persian, I be all burdens, you got Derman, saying it working, take that, don't get played, you niggas, I play chess though, I keep the check on all you sold, the quality assault, the soul went home, you feel that bro, yeah, feel that bro, you feel that bro?
Next up we've Loud, one artist to talk about here, and his name's Bandit. Absolute sound file, I've talked to him now for a while now on Instagram. Let's get into some of his music.
Know we stay dangerous, I'm going down. Yeah, I'm getting so famous. Like Post Malone, finally scream, we made it. And the LFA matte black interior jaded.
Next up, we have Leash. One artist to talk about here, and his name's Yala Baby. Most of his songs are very experimental, to be honest. My favourite song of his is She Won.
Yeah, she want feel me. She want my feet. She want me. Yeah, so much she want. Yeah, just hold it on me.
Right, moving on to Galway. We have two artists to talk about here, and the first one is Baby July. With his second album he dropped July 1st, Ultraviolet, it won't be long until we see his consistency pay off. He also dropped a single back in September called Amex, and it's a personal favourite of mine.
Fuck a lamb, I want me a Maybach. Been getting breasts, that's way back. I rock a chrome wire, sticking on Ray-Ban. Slime me, if you give me money, won't pay back. Been getting money, might give me a face tap. Whole lot of white on me like Baymax. If I'm American, bitch with an Amex.
And lastly for Galway, we have Spellcasted. He primarily drops on SoundCloud, and it's not a problem at all to try find some gems in his discography. My favourite song of his being Body Bag. Next up we've Mayo, again 2 artists, and the first artist being Anti4L. I think he's done a very good job in finding his own sound, with a personal favourite of mine being Control.
I've been wasting too much time. I've been feeling so out of my mind. I've been tripping, I'm off a line. With a bad bitch, that's so fine.
I think he's one of the stronger artists coming out of the underground at the moment. Next up we have Upbeat. Now to be fair, he's already made a name for himself, sitting at over 24,000 monthly listeners, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't include him in this list. With a personal favourite of mine being Let the Beasts Out from his 2024 album Hyperpunk.
Muddy floors and dirty dungeons, I'm riding like the huntsman, I can't make no assumptions. I pull up 8 man deep when I'm at the function, I curve them at the junction, and boys I'm fucking.
Right, up next we have Wexford. We have 5 artists coming from Wexford, the first one being Apollo. Now he dropped an EP last year called The Sun Is Bleeding, and it opens up with his favourite song of mine, No More.
Think no more. I just need a drink. Fuck with what you think. I don't wanna think no more. I just need a drink. Fuck with what you think. I don't wanna think no more.
Definitely an artist to keep an eye out for anyways. Next up we've Osa, also from Wexford. Coincidentally he was also featured on the song No More we were just talking about. Now at the time of this recording, his album isn't out, but he is dropping an album on Halloween, so I'd highly advise you to listen to it. I've been keeping up with all the build-ups and the teasers and everything, and it looks amazing so far, so I'm really excited to get into that. He's already dropped a single from this album called Stop Signs, and I can already tell this is a whole new era for his artistry.
I got money in the basement, I won't waste your time, I got shorties for replacement. Stuck inside my mind, it's my fault I was impatient.
Next up we've Lizzie C. She's a battle rapper from Wexford. Now I couldn't find too much info on her. She has no SoundCloud, no Spotify, everything just gets posted to YouTube. It's from a channel called Rap Is Full, and you can find all her battle raps there. Next up we've Spiro. Just dropped an album back in August called Spiro Summer. He brings an experimental touch to the jerk genre, I think. So if you're interested in that kind of genre, I'd highly advise listening to this album he's dropped.
Molly take me crossing God like I bless them. I'm in Scots doing flower on a West End. We got all night long, we just then. It's a show place, we can make a mess then.
Last but not least, we have Ruka. He just dropped an EP there at the start of October called Ruka Rules, and has since also dropped another single, so you can tell he's very consistent with his work. Right, up next we have Dublin. 18 separate artists to talk about here. And the first artist being C2. He's just dropped an album back in August called Yola Express. It's a jerk based album with features from like ND the Second, Betty Minaj, Omax, etc. With the second song off the album being Hands Tied, it's my personal favourite.
You up, see I might learn. Me and you a car pound, yeah we might earn. Man and shit fire, no bap like it might burn. I'm smoking big stony packs until the sky burns.
Up next we've Lucan. Now he's after taking the scene by storm, to be honest. He's very different, he is. Very different. He's known for his playful songs, but they really do get stuck in your head. Like, these are well put together songs, for sure. With a personal favourite of mine being Cost of Living. He's really not happy about the price of chicken rolls going up.
Fucking dolphin. Hit me 4 times like a fucking Audi. My bro by my side, he a broken companion. When the money runs
the most genuine person I've met out of this whole underground scene. Right, up next we've Snoozy. Snoozy. It's definitely Snoozy. One thing I love about him, he's not afraid to experiment with his voice, and it really does pay off with some of his songs. Sitting at 160 monthly listeners, it won't be long before he starts breaking 4 digits for sure. With my personal favourite being, I called up my girl and she freaking shot her. Right, next up we've Courtesy. Sitting just under 15k monthly listeners, he's still one of the bigger artists out of this country. I love his style though, it's more proper I can't say proper hip hop because that doesn't make sense, but it is more of the traditional style of hip hop. With my favourite song of his being Landmine, sitting at over 350k streams or so.
I thought it was what it was until I flipped the lens. We were in them whips drinking, could've flipped the bands. Let me flip the mood. Please be careful about these rappers that you listen to. I got a text from the streets, replied I miss you too. She's wanting sex, but you know that I've been busy, Bill. You know I wanna hit it too.
Next up we've Darsh. He's dropped an EP back in August, only 6 songs, 13-minute runtime, but it is a solid EP overall. My favourite song of his would be Rocked, featuring Pokey.
Me and Pokey in the back to be crushing it. Party, I'm a hit, I'm a savage him. I hit the bitch and pull it, then I dip on my knife and shit. And now I'm hitting up her friend, she don't know how to handle it.
Right, up next we've Ellis Nair. Sitting in the melodic hyper trap genre, he does have some absolute bangers. With my favourite song of his being Midnight Feel. Up next we've KD. He's just dropped an album there last week. 6 songs, 8-minute runtime. It's just hit after hit after hit. And it closes out with my favourite song of his, Enjoy Yourself. Up next we have Fidelity Radio. I can only find one song that they've dropped that will actually classify as hip hop, but they do have a brilliant discography you can go through. That song being Swear.
I don't smoke now, so I can't blame it on drugs. Wish I sipped just to tell you I love you, to say I was drunk. If it don't work out, I don't remember none.
Up next we have Survival. In my opinion, one of the stronger artists coming out of the scene recently. Absolutely love the production he works with. Now he's only dropped singles, but I'd love to see him put together a full-fledged album. His favourite song of mine being Active.
Fuck all of that wild shit, you know I had to pocket it. Man, I know you steady copy. Went too far, so you know I had to rob it. Full green, I had to pass it. Mom swear I made the HD, you know I'm snapping.
Up next we've Babyface, aka Splats. Absolute sound fella, he's bang on. Absolutely gas he is. Now he's a load of serious songs, to be honest. He does have a very good catalogue, but for my favourite, I am actually going to have to pick one of his features, and it's going to be Stop, Drop and Roll with Betty Minaj. Air that bitch like a bag of Crips is genuinely the most generational bar I've ever heard come out of this country.
Stop, drop and roll a spliff. Air that bitch like a bag of Crips. Yeah, your board put me on a Christmas list. Me and Betty got the 3.5 for 50 blips.
Right, up next we've Scar, another artist to keep an eye out for. He loves using eerie production and it complements his voice very well on some of these songs. A personal favourite of mine being 2004.
Yeah, I swear I've been here before, about to kick in your door. I'ma lead you for the reefer, bitch, I keep wanting more. Thinking back on the times when my vision was poor. Had no clothes, had no bed, had to sleep on the floor. But now the time's changed.
Up next we have Vexodus. Now he loves this electronic type of production, suits well, and I love seeing something different come out of the underground scene. His favourite song of mine would be Lullaby. Up next we have Azubs. His strongest point here personally would be his rhyme schemes and his technical aspect of writing. He really knows how to compress syllables into a pocket. His favourite song of mine would be Mean That.
Keep it a buck, I'm talking Giannis, I mean that. Fresh to death, I never lost his up, cause I'm up to flex and I mean that. It's even if I gotta rep the fam, got the truck around, are you seen that?
Next up we've Monty, just after dropping an EP there at the start of the month. With a personal favourite of mine being Dumb Flow.
I can't pass me too damn fast. I put that work, I work my ass.
Next up we've Zinkaholic. Now there's a few different styles of music he's been using, but my personal favourite would be Red Hair, Red Heart, Red Face.
Red hair, red heart, red face. Like I'll drink your fucking blood, leave your body in the safe. Red tongue, red lips, red paint. Like I paralyze your soul, I'm sending demons right your way.
And last but not least for Dublin, we have Mer Turner. Just dropped an album there 1st of November. It's 7 tracks long, but they did drop another 7 tracks on the album, which is just the instrumentals. It's actually good to see, you don't see this often. My favourite song of theirs, Timu Perks.
And now my energy's depleted. I need a sense of me, but that don't mean that I'm conceited. Yo, I mean it. And now I love exists in Neverland. And if we ever need a bet, I'ma call him Mr. Peter Pan.
Up next we have Kildare. 8 artists to talk about here. First one being Kirby. Mainly focusing on jerk and rage music. He's one of the main artists to put Kildare on the map at the moment. My favourite song being Snow. Next up we've Natman. Only started releasing recently in 2025, but he's already dropped a few singles to make his name, including a feature from Death to Ricky. His favourite song of mine will be a solo, and it's Too High.
Feel I'm at the top, so much fucking motion that I swear I cannot stop. I'm a call time out, yeah, I'm running down the clock. Feel like Bram, run him down, then I hit him with a block.
Now next for Kildare, we have Stewie with The Bag. He was meant to drop an EP a few days ago. It's not out, but I would keep an eye out. I'm sure it's out soon. But we do have one single off it called Loose Cannon.
Oh, much green guard, Bruce Banner. Throw a spanner in the works, make a couple bangers. Talk nice, cause I never forget my manners. Matter of fact, can you get to the facts that matter?
Next up, we've Dirty Scum. Mainly focusing on jerk, but there's some sort of electronic touch to some of his tunes as well. I'd personally prefer his slower type of songs though, like his song Time Goes Too Fast.
I don't kick around, then I pop his lip. Gold chains and nice cars, shit we little wish for. Smoke dope and foot codes, some shit that people live for.
Next up we've SK. Now he's dropped 2 songs, including one feature. He's featured on Passed Out featuring Afras, and his solo song No Safety. He's mainly focused on mosh pit music.
I can't rough him the shit, I can't let this shit real. Fuck that famous them toe pose. Fuck them blogs, they don't know shit. Ops get clapped, that's a no show. Trench on my heart, I'm all lit.
Up next we have Finn Loon. A few different styles here in his discography, but my favourite would probably be Chapter 4. It has that eerie Griselda kind of production to it.
Using samples, gunk, yeah, man, it makes sense why Spotify to slime me off the map. But while I talk it on the wall until I'm mocked a piece of trade. Some should pass me days of grip, but that's a watch upon your wrist. I'm just kidding it.
Up next we have Afras. Now I'm not the type to sit here and yap about my own music, so here.
If you got a problem, I'm riding with it. Even if I'm walking miles to get it, I get it. You don't wanna bother with it. You gon' chill yourself to try, forget it. I ain't gonna fly, don't let it eat you alive, cause you might regret it. Instead you should swallow your pride, don't panic, I'm right by your side, let's get it. Said that I wouldn't, I've done it again. Every move I make is setting the trend. You got us so down when you're taking the bend.
Last but not least, we've Death to Ricky, one of the biggest underground artists at the moment. Just recently opened for Ian as well. My favourite song of his is probably Tuesday.
She wanna fuck on a Tuesday, like a hearty dance on your tail face. When I'm bored of here, I need a new place. Never paid attention in the school, I know. Every time I'm out like 2 pages. When I'm sick of you, don't need a new way. In the airport, usually my suitcase.
Up next, we've Donegal. We have like 12 artists to talk about, but it's only one person. We're only going to focus on Carson Clay today, as it's his most hip-hop like alias. Most of his beats have some sort of ethereal kind of aspect to it. I wouldn't really call it cloud, but it'd be close enough to it. Cloud being my personal favourite genre. Now my favourite song of his, also his biggest, Aubameyang. 96 pace like Aubameyang.
Fucking every girl and her sister just like Hammer sang. Done a 2-foot tackle while you're running man. 96 pace like Aubameyang.
Right, so that's all we have now for this video. There was 46 artists in total. There was meant to be 55. Some artists were removed due to controversy. Some don't even have their music posted anymore. So there's a few artists I had to take out. But sure, look, it's grand for a first video. I appreciate all the support I've got throughout this whole process. And jumping into the scene like this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. So this has been Afras. Thank you. Peace.